Good afternoon or evening, whatever time you're watching it, morning. I never know when everybody's watching. I am coming to you live from my craft room. It is March the 11th at about 7:37. So we're going to get started. Going to show 3 projects tonight using the Easter Lilies stamp set and dies. So I don't think the dies are available right now. This set, however, is in the mini catalog. So the dies should come back in, I think, next week. But if you would like to make a purchase tonight for $30, I'll send you the material to make these 3 cards. So how about that? All right, we're going to jump right into crafting, and I'll chat as we go. I was trying to give everybody a little bit of time to see their notifications pop up, but let's just hop in and get started. All right, we are going to start with a piece of Pretty Peacock cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Fold that little buddy. And just going to lay it right there, covering that glare. Next, we are going to pull in, it'll be using this piece from the Designer Series paper Forever Love. I believe it may be an online exclusive. I'm not real sure. And I need a piece of Pretty Peacock. And it needs to be 4 inches. And we're going to cut it at 2.5. Actually, I'm going to cut it at 3. That way I've got room to play. And then I'm going to use an embossing folder. My stuff is stacked because I've been working on getting ready to go to on stage and trying to get things ready for that. We're using one of the 3D Basics 3D embossing folders, this crosshatch looking one. I always line it up with that line. Then I kind of know that it's straight. And then run it through the machine. And things are not wanting to stay where they are supposed to. There we go. And I'm going to get a piece of, actually let's make this be the size it needs to be first. So it needs to be 5 1/4. So I'm going to lay it on the mat and put adhesive on this end, and then I will adhere them together. Glass mat is slick, so I'm trying to make sure I've got it straight. There we go. And then I'm going to put a piece of the Pretty Peacock ribbon around that. Let's just flip it over. And that fixes that divide right there. let's put this on our card front and we'll keep on trucking. There we go. And now let's get a piece of, I'm going to do Lost Lagoon. Pretty. And we're going to use, I'm looking at my dies. Hang on one second. I know which one I want. Radiating Stitches. We're going to use this one. This is so totally crafting on the fly. But, you know, you can find a picture of what you want online and you can kind of copy it or not, however you want. I think that is going to be pretty. But I'm going to get, I've got some gold embossing powder and I think we're going to do that. Because I'm kind of copying off of Stampin Savy, Tammy Beard. And hers is gorgeous. Mine won't be as pretty as hers is, I promise you. So if you find her on Pinterest, you can see what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And I have a friend in mind that I need to send this to. So we're going to stamp this sentiment if it fits. And it will. Okay. Big block. And that reminds me, embossing powder and fun is right here. And we're going to use the gold. Versamark. Ink it up. Let's see how this turns out. I've got that piece of tape right there on the glass mat to keep the glare off. Oh, that's crooked. That is so crooked. We are not using that one. All right, let's cut it again. Let's see if we can do it straight this time. All right, Versamark. Okay, I'm doing it with the straight font. not the scripty, because I think that's where I messed up a minute ago. All right, let's try it. Trial and error. And that wasn't, oh my goodness. I'll never get it the same. Hang on. One more try, and if that doesn't work, we're going to go with something else. Because, you know, third time's the charm, right? All right, let's make sure we have a Versamark all over the stamp, and we do. I did at least get it straight. Now, fingers crossed. It's still crooked, but you know what? I'm going with it. Because, you know, not everything is perfect. We'll see how this gold turns out on here. It's not my favorite gold. Set this out of the way because I've wasted enough time. All right, let's try it. Gives me a good excuse to warm up my fingers with this, right? Don't hold it in the same spot. You can see it already melting and turning. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to try to wipe off some of that extra flaky stuff. Alright, put that there so it doesn't burn anything. One moment. Perfect. It's just a dry paper towel or napkin. Napkin, Kleenex, you know, those things. And that got some of that excess glitter off of there. Alright, that part's done. After the third stamping time, right? The other ones I can just put a sentiment over top of. It will be totally fine. This one I am just going to put on the card, front flat down, and then I'll pop up the lilies. That is gonna be so pretty. All right, now to stamp our open lily. And I need to die cut some of these leaves right here. I'll do that really quick. Perfect scrap. And perfect. They almost didn't want to come off the cutting blade. All right, let's grab a piece of basic white. And a block. Actually, it looks like it's just cut out. I don't know. We're going to stamp it in smoky slate because that's a soft color. I'm going to get a paper piercing mat because that's a larger image and I want to make sure that it gets good and crispy. There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to get our lemon lolly because it's a soft yellow. I want the brush tip in, and if I'd have looked, I would have opened the other one. That thick line lets you know which tip that you're opening. So let's just add some details here. Doesn't have to be perfect, and I'm just hitting where Stampin' Up has already defined the shadows for me. And then let's grab a darker brown. I'm going to use this one. It is number 200. And I'm opening the bullet tip so I can do the little, what are they called? Stamens? Make those little guys stand out a little better. And I think that does it. Let's close up the gray. Toss it in the chair. Use the die and cut this out really quick. Just line it up. You can use a piece of washi or a post-it note to hold it in place. And gonna grab some dimensionals. Well, thought it was. Again, when I'm mailing a card, I don't want it to be squished. So I know that I want this to go right there. I'm going to put that, a little dollop of adhesive. backings off of these. Oh, one more. Missed a spot. And she's got some really long leaves to go with that flower. All right, there's that one. And I will put a piece of basic white on the inside so I can write my sentiment before I drop that one in the mail. But if you want the pieces to make this, again, it's a $30 purchase. I cannot send any stamped images, so if you want the stamp set, it's available. All right, next card. We are going to be a little simpler, I believe. And yep, we're going to be a little simpler. So let's pull in basic white for our card base. 5.5 by 4 1/4, or I'm sorry, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And our card is going to be this direction. I'm going to lay it up there, and then I'm going to get a piece of garden green. That's card base. I always check my scraps first, and I don't have one that size. So it needs to be we're going to go a little narrower. So let's go with 3.5 by I did 3 3/4. So let's go with 5.5 or 5. Let's see if that's what I want. It is. So now I need a piece of basic white, and it needs to be 3.5 by 4 3/4. We're going to stamp on this one. If I can find where I laid the stamps. I found them. And we are going to create our cards. Let's just take that off. I'm going to stamp the little, the big one on this piece again. Again in the gray, smoky slate. And then I'm going to leave that open. We're going to use it. Go ahead and cut this out. All right, so I know that I want this one to go about right here, and that way I did that so I would know where to stamp the other ones. So this little flower, and the leaves. And this one. Lots and lots of toys. One, two, and three. I'm going to go ahead and use Garden Green. Actually, I just want Garden Green on the stem. And then I'm going to get Bubble Bath, if I can find it. Where's it hiding? Found it. And just do the leaves. This is going to go about right there. So come off of there. And this one we're going to do the same way. So Bubble Bath for the little buds. Garden Green for the stems. And I'm going to put it about right here. And then the other flower parts, stems, can go right there. All right, let's get Bubble Bath. Well, that was really good, Brenda. And color some of this in a little bit. And let's color on here. The yellow one definitely, I think, looks better. But everybody likes something different, so it might not be my flavor. And that's okay. All right, let's get the brown again. And go ahead and, nope, that's going to go about right there. Yep, so it needs a small sentiment. And this one, it looks like I'm using every stamp on that one, right? And that's okay. I'm going to stamp this one in the soft gray, smoky slate, just because I feel like it'll make it stand out better. Yes, and it's soft. All right, let's layer this up and then put it together. All right. And I ran it. Nope, didn't. Dimensionals. Middle and one here. I promise I haven't been watching my friend, but well, he doesn't know he's my friend. But I like to watch Bruno Bertucci make cards, and he uses just as many dimensionals as I do because he doesn't want his cards flat either. All right, let's go with. Let's go right there. All right, now let's do some pretty bling. Trying to find my rhinestones. They seem to take a hike. Oh, let's just use these. Got some on the back. We'll use those. Let's put one right here. There we go. There's that card. Next! These are the blooming pearls, and there's like 4 different colors. And you just grab what's in your stash. All right. I hope that everybody had a great weekend and you're surviving the spring ahead. Because it seems like that it takes a toll every year. It doesn't matter if you've got littles or not. Time change is hard. But you know what? We have longer and sunnier days coming our way. What stamps have I not used in that set yet? Oh, the big frond looking thing. That guy. It is the Lily set. Here's the two that I've already made, and I'm trying to get an idea for my third one. So I think I got it. Let's go with using this. So it's almost every stamp in there. And we're going with basic white again. Already got it cut. I knew what I was doing with that one. All right, scoot you guys to the top. Grab a big block for you. Nope, needs bigger. All right. 5 1/2, 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And this one, I'm taking the easy way out, and I'm using one of the pieces. Oh, you got yours today. I hope you have fun with it. I need that for the center, so. 2 birds, 1 little stone. All right, now I'm going to get a piece of thought I had it. I'm just going to use this. All right, over to the side. And we're going to use garden green, but we're going to stamp off. So on your paper, on your card. That gives it a little bit of a softer feel. On your paper. And because I'm going to hang it off the bottom, scoot that up and go right there. And then let's go up here. Let's go right there, and I'm going to put the lily right there. All right. This goes out of the way. And do we have enough space to stamp the lily? Nope. Got enough space to stamp her there. Smoky slate. Actually, do I have one that's lighter? I do. I'm gonna go with gray granite. Give it a different, oh, that's a little darker. That's okay. Cut it out. I realized what I did. Hi, Michelle. I came live on my Facebook channel instead of my YouTube. I'll just have to download and upload it to YouTube. Oh my goodness, it has been a week for me. Alright, we're going to use the Lemon Lolly again. And we're going to color in like we did on the others. And this is going to give us a totally different feel, because this gray granite is a little more, nope, what color is this? Yep, gray granite. Looks a little more gray than the smoky slate, or brown. And I'm not coloring in the whole lily, just where Stampin' Up! Has already given us the definitions of where the creases and stuff are, the shadows. Alright, and then I'm going to go back to my same number 200 and color these little guys and make them stand out. The little pollinators. Alright, let's put this on the card. This direction. I got green on my fingers. Let's turn it over to the back. It's right there. Let me grab that Kleenex. That was a good piece of, I don't know, it kind of looks like the frond. It'll be okay. All my dimensionals again. This cup just comes in handy. I have it sitting on the edge of the desk just cause. Oh, let's cut some basic or garden green leaves for it. One moment before I pop this down, because that would be funny to have just a flower without any leaves. Like, I kind of felt something was off, and it's like, oh, now I know what's off. I'm not live where I'm supposed to be live. That's okay. It's totally okay. You found me anyway. And when you use the dimensionals or the dies on the leaves, it puts all of those little lines, creases in there, so you can kind of roll them and give it some dimension. Alright, let's stick this one. I'm covering up that smudge. And she can go right there. And now for our sentiment. Not that one. That's the leaves. That one's too big. Where's our little one? Behind me. And I'm going to stamp that in the same color as that. Gray granite. And then use a circle to cut it out. Going with stylish shapes. This is so totally off the seat of my pants tonight. I am so sorry. Getting ready for on stage. Hubby gets to stay home with the fur kids, or the fur kids get to stay home with Daddy. So it's been fun. I'll be sure to share lots and lots of pictures. All right, let's put this. I'll put it right there. And we're going to go back with these pretty pearls. I'm going to use the green color. Big one right there. A little one. And a little one. These again are the blooming pearls, and I just, when I grabbed them a few minutes ago to go with that card, it's like those are perfect. All right, let's slide some of this stuff out of the way and pull in the cards. Up, slide up. It really is pretty. And it helped me fulfill a mission that play with the stamps that are on your shelf. So I hadn't played with this one yet, so here we are. All right, I will take pictures and share them on the page and in the group, and download the video and put it on YouTube where it's supposed to be. So I hope that you have a great night, and I hope that you have a great week and do something fun for yourself, and I will catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Bye for now.